our attentions now to some of the fantastic live sports coverage you've heard on talkSPORT over the past 12 months. We have excelled ourselves.
We have,
Football,
actually.
cricket,
I think so.
darts, the lot. It's
Yeah.
been amazing. And, of course, the World Cup we brought you as well. But, Andy, where are we going to start?
We're going to start with our man at the darts, Dan Dawson, getting rudely interrupted.
But who can go on and make the final and potentially win the title? They would be favourite, whoever came through and made the final there. Oh, they're just testing out the sound system behind me. Oh, marvellous. But I don't know. We know he's competitive. He showed us at the World Match Play.
It's like a commentator's exam. You've got to keep broadcasting as they change the song every 10
tricky.
seconds. Yeah. This is a very odd comparison now from Tony Incenzo watching QPR.
It's QPR 0, Middlesbrough 2. Middlesbrough dominating with the total authority of Anne Widdecombe.
Well,
Hello?
we bounty your superior knowledge
Yes.
of Anne Widdecombe's domination tone. So next up, Stuart Pearce.
Yes.
Alongside Mark Saggers, once again reinventing the English language.
Is there a case that Lingard tonight could play himself ahead of Dele Alli in a position in Gareth Southgate's midfield?
I think everything's open for grabs, Sags. I really do.
It's open for grabs now,
Yeah.
as Brian Moore once famously said.
Quite have worked.
Yeah.
Here's Jim Proudfoot with team news.
And on the bench, Young, who, if he comes on, will be making his 200th United appearance and the 500th appearance of his career. Mata, Rashford, Bailly, Daley Blint, and a couple of others that I should have written down that didn't.
Well,
You've got to be honest.
Yeah,
I
well
think
done, Jim.
classic there from Jim. If you've not done it, be honest about it. This is John Hartson now, inadvertently letting slip news of a new Greek signing at Swansea.
Every single season for the past 3 or 4. Paul Clement won his last 4 games last season as manager. Miraculous.
Good player, Miraculous.
I like
Georgios Miraculous.
From
he's
AEK, I think.
He's done
yeah.
very well
Very
for
good
them,
player,
hasn't he? Yeah.
And staying with John talking about Swansea, he did get very PC this year.
When a team is relegated, it affects the whole academy, it affects the kit lady, the team man.
Yeah, why can't you have a kit lady and a team man? Let's mix it up a bit.
I think it's right.
2018, nearly 2019. This is Alvin Martin discussing Andy Carroll's row with David Moyes at West Ham.
I think he's somebody that is going to be so vital. But it's important that he apologise to the manager, and the integrity of that dressing room is sacrosanct.
It is. Is it paramount or is it
Sacrosanct.
sacrosanct? That's right. Yeah.
Sam Matterface now watching Chelsea.
He takes on 2 red shirts. Willian eventually centres it. 1 deflection, 2, 3 deflection, 4.
5 deflection, 6 for deflection, 7 deflection more. You're it, Sam. Bagsy no returns. Here's the former Ireland striker David Connolly co-commentating on Mexico during the World Cup.
I just wonder, maybe they've had too many pats on the back at half-time. This game is far from over. 1-0 is never a winning scoreline.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think it can be.
Yeah,
think
after 90 minutes
yeah,
it can be, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. What's next, Andy?
It's Stuart Pearce with... Pearce?
Stuart Pearce?
Stuart Pearce.
Stuart Pearce? Carry on.
It's Stuart Pearce with another new turn of phrase.
Spain can just dictate the tempo of the game, and it's a walk in the grass for them. It really is.
It really is a walk in the grass. He's straight off the path in the park to walk on the grass. And to golf now. And our man Rupert Bell getting a bit emotional at the Open.
Kevin Kisner's quietly going about his business. He's 3 under for his round, and that's 8 under with another birdie.
Oh, he loves Kevin Kisner.
He does.
Oh, birdie. What's next, Andy?
It's tennis now, and Lisa O'Sullivan with a US Open update.
I watched Roger Federer play an excellent game against the young Japanese player Hiroki earlier. Yoshihito Nishioka earlier.
Who?
Yeah, just pull the old Hirohito out the air. That's right, when
It's
in
about
doubt.
3 or 4 different players.
What's a Japanese plater?
Yeah, no, I don't even want to think about that.
He was a fantastic craftsman. He worked in Japanese plates. He was one of the best Japanese platers I've ever. He wasn't even Japanese. So here's Jim Proudfoot commentating on England versus Switzerland with news of a shock substitution by the visitors.
The Swiss are going to make another change in a moment, and it's a Yeti who will be coming on.
Stick him up front, wouldn't you?
Sounds abominable.
Big lad
to
up
me.
front.
Yeah.
It's like having Big McNulty up there, wouldn't it? It'd be fantastic, yeah.
This is Sam Matterface and Stuart Pearce on Champions League duty as Man City took on Hoffenheim, and we think they may have got a bit bored.
Baumann, who looks a little bit like Ryan Gosling from that film where they all do the singing. He... La La Land, is that right?
Yeah, good film.
Haven't seen it.
We get back to the football, please, boys. A little bit quiet in the match.
We can't talk.
That's true. Midlands legend Tom Ross now, reporting from Aston Villa.
Red card, and it's Jack Chester, the captain and their best defender all season, has been given his marching orders. Red card, Jack Lester, off he goes. Jack Chester, of course it's James Chester.
Yeah, or is it Jack Lester?
Or is it Hirohito Lester?
It could be Hirohito Lester, one of the world's top Japanese platers. Here's our man on the south coast, Alex Crook, with news of a Chelsea player's battle with dandruff.
It's an injury comeback for Pedro. He's missed the last 3 matches due to head and shoulder problems.
Well, can be embarrassing, can't it? Really, especially in that dark blue kit.
I know.
Yeah.
And finally, it's Mick McCarthy co-commentating on Chelsea versus Arsenal at the beginning of the season.
Bradley from Morata, he was the lone striker. He was away, and there's nobody in the box. I think he's got Will.i.am's trying to get in from the far side.
Yeah, Will.i.am, because not a lot of people know, of course, that Mick is a huge fan of the Black Eyed Peas, and here's the proof.
I've got a feeling, that tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah, tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah, tonight's gonna be a good night. Oh, TC, tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah, tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah, tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night we go 4 up. I've got no budget, can't spend it up. Go out and smash it, like oh my god. Jump for that corner, just send him off. Oh, yeah, tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah, tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah, tonight's gonna be a good night. Come on, lads, join in.
There we are. Mick McCarthy, a massive fan of the Black Eyed Peas. Ian Danter there, of course.
Yeah, brilliant.
The brilliant Ian Danter as Mick McCarthy. They were the best clips from our live sports coverage over the last 12 months. Still to come, some brilliant Mike Parry clips. Plus, we'll bring you one of the highlights of our trip to Russia for the World Cup.